Koleos is the flagship model in Renault's SUV lineup and is one of the most aspirational contenders the French brand has offered for some time. Gallic style, allied to proven Nissan engineering, has to be an appealing combination, doesn't it?
What do you expect an SUV like this to be? Comfortable, relatively quiet and possessed of decent pulling power? Well, these, almost any potential buyer's minimum requirements, are adequately dealt with by the Koleos. If you would like more than that, then you may need to manage your expectations a little. Renault has successfully engineered the ride of this contender to be very comfortable at speed, although the setup allows for a rather old-school style of body roll through the bends. In keeping with all of that, the steering is light, although it is at least precise, which should make the car easier to place at speed through tighter turns if you find yourself running late on a school run. Plus, of course, it's effortless around town. As for engines, well, there are two, both diesels, a 1.6-litre DCI 130 variant that's offered with manual transmission and front-wheel drive, and this 2-litre DCI 175 derivative that's only available with four-wheel drive and offered either with manual transmission or the rather slow-shifting optional CVT Auto box that we have here. Both units have decent pulling power, 380 newton meters in the case of this 2-litre variant, and that's enough to facilitate a brake towing capability of 2 tons with the manual models. And they are reasonably efficient. The manual DCI 175 version is capable of 50.4 mpg on the combined cycle and 148 grams per kilometre of CO2. The four-wheel drive system is the usual Nissan-derived on-demand all-mode 4x4i setup, and that should deal with muddy tracks and icy mornings in its stride. Renault makes some stylish large cars these days, although few of them now make it into our market. Here, in the form of a contender we do get, is proof of that. The Koleos taking its place as one of the sector's more elegant volume-branded large SUVs. So, time to take a seat inside. Now, this Koleos isn't a big step up price-wise from Renault's other mid-sized SUV, the Kadjar, but it feels a world apart from that model here behind the wheel. Go for this model's plusher signature nav trim, and there's this lovely stitched leather upholstery, and perhaps a little less agreeably, these faux wood veneer inlays applied to the dash and the doors. The other feature that sets a signature-trimmed Koleos apart is the provision of Renault's idea of state-of-the-art infotainment. This 8.7-inch portrait-style centre dash R-Link 2 touchscreen, which is there to bring a touch of Tesla to this family SUV. Time to take a seat in the rear, and immediately there's further evidence of careful design. These doors, for example, open with one of the widest apertures in the class. Once inside, you'll find yourself in another part of this car that's a real step up from its Kadjar showroom stablemate. Now, whereas in that model, fitting in a family of 5 is a bit of a squeeze, here it's a breeze, courtesy of an extended CMF platform that gives this Koleos one of the longest wheelbase lengths in the class. Finally, let's take a look in the boot. Inside, a 579-litre space is revealed. This removable boot floor is positioned at the same height as the sill to form a flat base for the cargo area, and beneath it there's a compartmented tray for smaller items that you might want to keep out of sight. And in summary, well, for those who might have forgotten that Renault can make a very creditable mid-sized luxury car, the Koleos offers a welcome reminder of the fact. There's certainly enough space, luxury, style and value on offer here to give this model credibility in its segment and a fighting chance of interesting those who are prepared to consider it. For this French brand, that's a starting point it can build from. It'll be interesting to see what happens next.